Welcome to the Entrepreneur Mindset Mastery Podcast, where we help you pull the weeds from the garden of your mind so that you can flourish in your life and business. With your hosts, Entrepreneur Coach Simon Page and Business Coach Robert Peterson. All right, welcome everybody. Today we are talking with Lisa Jimenez, and she is an international speaker, entrepreneur mindset coach, author of Slay the Dragon, How to Get Out of Your Own Way and Get What You Want, and Mindset Reset, most recently, a formula to retrain your brain and transform your life. So excited to speak with you. Welcome to the show, Lisa.
Thank you so much. So good to see both of you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. All right, Lisa, tell us a little bit how you got into this professional self-development space.
What a privilege. So crazy, the story, you guys, because I started as a school teacher. And in teaching school, I got another degree in psychology. And I was just fascinated with human behavior, but most specifically, how to teach so that someone can learn. So I studied behavioral psychology while I was a school teacher. And then the principal of that specific school asked me to do a workshop for all the other teachers to just share and teach what I had learned around behavioral psychology. And I got up on that stage and shared with adults with my knees shaking, just freaking out that, you know, I could talk to kids, but to speak to and to share a message to adults, completely different. But here's the divine intervention. Someone in that specific audience, you guys, this is 34 years ago. Somebody in that audience worked at IBM, and they were in charge of hiring speakers for their lunch and learns. And this person came up to me after that specific speech and said, "Do you do this for corporations?" And then she said what she does. She hires people to speak for these lunch and learns. And, you know, what do you say when someone asks you if you can do something? Mindset Reset. I didn't know I wrote the book Mindset Reset 30 years ago. I thought I just wrote it 6 months ago. But that was my mindset reset. It was instantaneous, you guys, that I just said, yes, I can speak for your corporation. And I was so nervous and so afraid and so insecure and had all these limiting beliefs around it. But all those limiting beliefs and all that anxiety and fear that surfaced for me taking that job and then pursuing that career was so good for me. It helped me become a better version of myself. So for our listeners,
way to get out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, I want all of our listeners to know, it's scary. And every successful person you know has fear. Everyone. The only difference is the successful has chosen to go beyond that comfort zone that Simon just said. And that's where all the juicy things are in life.
Absolutely.
So that's how I got into it. I guess it found me, didn't it? This career found me.
Yeah, what a serendipitous moment, right? When the universe aligns to bring something into your space right when you're in the headspace to say, yes.
Yeah. And so I did do both careers for a couple of years. And then I retired my full-time teaching career at age 30 and went full-time into speaking. And I've been speaking for 25 years.
Nice.
Wow. Exciting. So I'd like to just jump right into some of the questions that we have about these first three of the 12 universal laws. Today, we're going to be talking about vibration. We're going to be talking about compensation, and we're going to be talking about one of my favorites, the law of divine oneness. And the first one we're going to touch is vibration. So the law of vibration says that everything, every atom, every object, everything that you can see, hear, smell, touch, every living thing is in constant motion, right? It's vibrating at a specific frequency. And the idea behind that law isn't just that we have a vibrational frequency, it's that we can influence ours and others' vibrational frequencies. So my question would be, what advice would you give someone who was learning about the universal laws, but finds themselves consistently kind of reverting to like their natural or lower vibrational state?
Wow. Well, two answers come up for me right away. Is number one is, how good do you want your life? How good do you want your life? Because how good you allow your life is in direct proportion to how you manage your own vibration, which we also call consciousness, which we also call energy, which we can also call, here it is, emotions. How good are you at mastering your emotions? Because when you can get good at mastering your emotions, you can create an extraordinary life for yourself. Truly a remarkable life experience. So the first answer is, you got to ask yourself, you guys, how willing are you? How good of a life do you want to create for yourself and for others? And Simon, I love that you use the word influence, because what an influence our lives are for other people. What an impact we can have in our own joy, our own happiness. And one of my favorite mantras that I wrote in Mindset Reset is, when you win, everyone wins. And that's a belief to adopt, because too often you and I, we have worthiness issues. Oh gosh, if I get too successful, I'm taking success away from other people. Oh, if I find true love, there's not enough love to go around, then I'll take away my sister's true love, the potential for my sister to find love, or my best friend to find love. This sounds crazy, but this is how the brain is wired. You and I, we are wired at scarcity. We are wired at not enough. So tapping into this law of vibration, that everything vibrates. Who are we? We are pure potential energy. We are vibrating. Every living aspect, every molecule and atom is vibrating. And what a beautiful reality to say, I can raise my own vibration, which is another way to say consciousness. And in so doing, wow, law of attraction can take effect. And we start attracting the serendipitous, the fortuitous, the miraculous. We're at the right place at the right time. We're there to serve and help and guide others, because we have chosen to declare blessings over us, well-being over me, success in my world. See, these are vibrational states that start with a belief. I'm going to choose to believe that. And when I win, everyone wins. And then the second answer I thought to it, goodness, where's here it is here it is. I mean, do you really believe, you guys, that you have control? You have control over what happens with and for you by just raising your energy, which is another word for emotion, vibrational state or consciousness. So we can actually study this. I didn't invent this. This is invented by physicists. Niels Bohr earned a Nobel Prize for the understanding in physics that we can raise our energy, our consciousness, or we lower our energy, our consciousness. Einstein, our brilliant Albert Einstein. Dr. Einstein said, here it is, listen, no problem can be solved by the same consciousness that created it. So if you have this constant fight with your spouse, you're just going over the same thing. That's the same vibrational energy. What if you chose today, watching this interview, that you're going to practice your vibrational emotional state around your spouse, around politics, around your neighbor, or with your own worthiness issues, that you're going to just discipline your own emotional state and master your emotions. That when you're feeling, well, shame is the lowest energetic state, the lowest vibrational state of our emotional state as a human being is shame. And it gets a degree of 20. Shame. So what if we just said right now, okay, you know what, you guys, I'm going to make a conscious effort that when I start feeling shame, I feel shame about something happened to me in my past and I have shame, or guilt about something. That's a degree of 30. in the vibrational scale, that we're going to make a conscious effort. No longer am I going to allow myself to wallow in shame or guilt. And you start just raising your emotional scale. You start raising your number. I mean, even anger is better than guilt. Yeah. Anger has a vibration of 150. Shame and guilt hold the vibration of 30 and 20. So even anger would be better. So, as a psychologist, I used to help my clients, my patients, to actually just fight it out with themselves, like just wrestle with themselves, hit a pillow if you need to, like fight it out. Anger is a better vibration than shame and guilt. So my plea for everyone listening and hearing my voice right now is, please, dear one,